Right. This one is a little bit tricky. Okay, so we have to really do a proper assessment here. Right. So what we check first, like we said, is we need to check our functions. Right. So how many functions do we have here and how are they related? So we always have to start inside. So this is the inside, the innermost function. So it's x3. We check the second inner function. It's arc sine x3. Then what is our outermost function? It's y. Okay, or you can write down the whole function here. So we have these functions. How are they related? We are saying that x is inside, x3 is inside the arc sine x3. Then this one is inside y, right? So we can see that these are nested, and so we can use the chain rule. Okay. Now the chain rule, you have to be careful. You have to create new variables, but you create from inside out. Okay. So we create from inside to outside. So we start with 1. The first function is going to be what? The first function, let's actually number them. First function is going to be u is equal to x3. We said the next function is arc sine x3. But remember, it now has u here. So we're going to say 2 v. You can use any letter you want as long as you can understand what you're doing. So arc sine v. Right? That is our second function. Okay. Sorry, arc sine u. Okay? Arc sine u. That's v. Then what will be the third function? The third function we said is y. So y is going to be what? Y is going to be this one here, the whole function here. How we replace the inside with v? It's going to be v4. Right? So what is our next step? Our next step now is going to be to find derivatives of each one of these. So we're going to say du. Okay? We're going to say du dx. You have to take note of this. Is equal to what? Du dx is going to be 3x2 power rule. Okay? So here we'll use the power rule. Here, we find the derivative of arc sine u. So dv over du. Remember, this is du. It's going to be what? It's going to be 1 over square root 1 minus u squared. This is what we did in our introduction. Then what is the derivative of this one? We're going to use what? We're going to use power rule. So dy over dv is equal to what? It's going to be 4v power 3. So we've got our derivatives 1, 2, 3, right? And so now, you know the chain rule. As long as you carefully did it from inside out, you can now come and say dy, okay, over dx. These are the ones that should remain. So we start with the one that's got dy. So it's going to be dy over dv, right? Times. We go to the next one. dv, we follow the one that's here. dv over du. What's the next one? The next one is going to be du over dx. Just in normal mathematics, we can see that this one will cancel with that. This one will cancel with that. We're not cancelling here. Remember what we've always said? These are just notations. Okay? But it can show you that what you remain with is this one and that one. Right? So now we carefully replace this. We say 4v3. Right? What's the next one? 1 over square root of 1 minus u squared. And then what else? 3x squared. That's the last one. Right, so we can see here that now we've obtained this, but still has got these variables that we can't leave because we need to have x as the only variable on the right hand side. Okay, so now we can continue and say dy over dx is going to be, we get the same variables here, put them together. So this and this one, they come together. We can say that that will give us 12 x3, 12x2 rather, 12x2, because this was supposed to be a 2 there. Okay, and then we have v3. Okay, v3 coming from here. The 3 and the 4, they've come together, they formed 12. Then we will have our divisor, which is 1 minus u squared. Okay, so we continue. And then we're going to say carefully 12x2. V is this one, which is arc sine u, right? And then here we're going to say we have square root of 1 minus. I'm going to replace this, but still leave the square here. Okay, so we can go to our next stage where here we said it was V3. Okay, like that. So here now we continue. We can say 12x squared, right? And then this can become arc sine, right? x3, we're replacing u now, and then we'll power the whole function to that. Then here, what do we have? We're going to have 1 minus, that's x6, okay, square root. So this is our derivative for that function. Okay, so you can see that now we've just got x. We've just got x here, right? So that's the derivative.